we're back for daily cribbage against Gary. And we will return the good luck. Alright, what do we do here? Double 4-7. Throw away 9 king. Seems really safe. And on the right we've got the very cool train track board. So cool. Alright, let's jump up to 15. There's a chance that we make 31 if they went 9. But we don't get that. They have a 7 and another 7. Okay, so they got it's very solid 12 points. We get 4 points. Seems within the realm of normality, although they get a very big crib. So 23-7, but we get a nice 10-point hand, and we get to throw 5 points away into the crib. And maybe we get 555 here. Let's see. We do get 555. Is there a quad 5? Nope. And now what? There they go. They save their jack till the end. That's very common. You normally want to save the jack till the end for safety, or you want to offload your jack at a convenient point when your opponent won't be able to pair the jack. Right, there's a pair of 3s, but there's a flush. So let's do that, and we get a very nice card there. 8 is great. Let's see if they want to go 8 on that. They don't. Let's see if they've got a 5. 5s are very common. If not a 5, they might go 4. No, they have a 2-card 5. They do have a 2-card 5, so that backfires. But because they didn't have a 5, that means they didn't have as many 10s as they could normally have. So, works out okay for us. We're still a bit behind though. How desperate are we? Do we need to keep the 9 double 10? I don't think so. I think we're very happy to keep these 8 points that turn into 10 points, and we'll go up to 20. Make the 27. They've shown us 2 spades. We'll start off with a 10 of our own. Okay. 7, 6, 5 king. I think it was a king. And 10 points for us. We haven't really caught up too much. They've still maintained their advantage. We can keep ace 2, 3 jack to throw away 6 jack. Or we can just throw away ace 6. I think we'll throw away ace 6 and lead a 3. We'll go jack. 7, 10 of clubs. Okay. Another 10 and 5. Okay. 8 points for our opponent. Almost gets them to 70, and the crib is a reasonable crib. Alright, this is what we need. And a 6 or a 9 on top would be perfect. Okay, right, so what should we think here? We're going to be doing really well. We're going to be going up to 84. We're going to be ready to hit 96 on our next pawn. So that's going to put us in a fantastic position. Jumping ahead and 12 points. Lovely. Okay, so now all of a sudden we have a really high chance to win. And what could go wrong here? Our opponent could get extremely lucky with something. But their hand is fine, so we are doing good here. Do we dodge a big crib? We do. We get lucky that the top card's not a club. It almost had the crib flush. And here, very simple, ace 6, 8, 9. Nothing too difficult. All right. Yeah, so we'll go ace here. If they go 2, then we go 9. And if they go 10, then we've got a 6 afterwards. 3, 8. Well, we're figuring they've probably got double 3, 4, 8, so we'll pair this. If they've got a pair of 8s themselves or a 7, it's also fine. So it's double 3, 7, 8, and we've got 15. And they hit us with the good game, the close game. It was pretty close, and then all of a sudden we got that 24 points, didn't we? Very nice. Well, let's try and play well as we close it out. Let's keep the crib score pretty low. And let's make it 16, 26, 27. What have they got? The 5. Okay. Okay. We're not out yet. Opponent saying it's over when it's clearly not over. And now we want to keep playability. We'll throw away the 5, 7. Let's see what we get. 2. We'll pair a 2 very happily. If we can get 2 goes, or just 15. We'll say good game again. And how did we do overall? We got a few points on the play. I think that was very nice. We obviously got loads of points in the hand. Fantastic. And we didn't get such great cribs. Let's roll it back. Let's find something instructive. Okay, let's have a look at this position. Our opponent's at 91. We're on 101. It's our crib. We're in a fantastic position, it seemed like. However, we kept ace, 6, 8, 9, and the top card was a king. So our hand is only worth 4 points, and we didn't throw away too much into the crib. So we are struggling a little bit, it seems, for points. Our opponent led 3, and we played ace. The idea is that if our opponent plays 2 for a run of 3, then we can jump up to 15 with the 9, and we have the 6 left in hand in case they go 25. So instead, our opponent plays an 8, and during my commentary, I made the very bold claim that they might have 3, 4 left in hand, because double 3, 4, 8's a pretty common hand. It's one of my favorites, but more as the dealer. And, well, why is that? Well, it's because when you lead a 3 and you've got an 8, then often the way you're making that into 15 is with a 4, and often you lead a card that is doubled in your hand. So if you had a pair of 4s in your hand and a 3 and an 8, then you probably would lead the 4 more often. So with that in mind, I thought that they didn't have too many pairs of 8s left in their hands, so I went for the 8 myself here. And that's the thing I want to question. How often should you pair the 8 here? Is it really worth the opportunity for opponent to go to 28 points, get the triple, get 6 points immediately, go up to 96, and put themselves in potentially a very strong position, considering how we're about to, well, we see ourselves falling short of 111 points, which would be where we'd want to get to, 111 or 112, to try and get out with the next pawn. Or do we think to ourselves, well, we know that with 2 more points, we're up to 103, we've seen 4 points in our hand, maybe we're going to get a couple more points in the crib, so that puts us on 108 points. Maybe we just want to get a little bit lucky with the other cards that have gone into our crib and the next pawn that will allow us to try and go out in the next 2 rounds or next 3 rounds with the play as the next dealer, which is what ended up happening. it seems fine. I think that our opponent doesn't have too much of a chance still at this point. Even if they have the triple eight, takes them up to 97. They're still a long ways off from getting into a position to really take control. So I think pairing the 8 was fine, and we continue to have a pretty smooth victory. Okay, well, that was the daily cribbage game for today, and I will see you next time.